And the way I describe what's going on right now, I was in my early days in my career in the early 80s when Volcker was taking a sledgehammer to inflation because it was embedded in the system after 15 years of profligate spending, Vietnam War, Great Society, and then going off the gold exchange standard. A sledgehammer, that's what he needed. That is what I believe Chairman Powell thinks he needs. And we just don't think that's true because we see so much deflation. And then one more thing. We also see a massive inventory overhang around the world. You've got Europe in recession, China in recession effectively. And here in the United States, retailers are bulging with inventories, which will have to be cleared with discounts. So we think we're going to see some major downside surprises in inflation during the next 3 to 6 months.
Hello guys, and welcome to another video of Crypto Money Talk. We're back with more news from another well-known investor and Bitcoin enthusiast, Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood, who, as you heard, is also predicting further declines in the coming months, which demonstrates why this is not the bottom of the market. Furthermore, tax rates are rising with each meeting, as are expectations. So let's ask Cathie what she thinks about the Fed raising rates.
So the Fed is looking at the PCE deflator, which peaked in February at 5.3%. It's down to 4.6%. And we believe we've already seen some negative numbers. Nobody believes them. We do. And we believe we're going to see some more negative numbers during the next 3 to 6 months. So wouldn't be surprised to see it well down into the threes in the next 3 to 6 months, if not into that 2 handle. And I think if we get enough sequential declines, that the Fed will change its tune quite dramatically.
Cathie believes the tax rates will go higher, and what this means is more inflation and more down in the markets. So let's ask Cathie what she has planned to cope with the situations they are expecting, like what is your investment strategy and where are you investing? Can you please share, Cathie?
Well, I think our strategy has been hurt very, very much, as have most growth strategies, by the fears associated with inflation and higher interest rates. And as I mentioned, we think that's going to turn around. We see the growth coming out of these 5 platforms. These are 5 innovation platforms. These are exponential growth trajectories. And we faced a lot of COVID-related comparison issues in stocks like Roku, Teladoc, Zoom, and so forth. So there's been a lot of confusion on very short-term indicators in the market. But the explosive growth is there. It has happened, and we think it's going to continue. We do extensive research. I think we do the best research, if I might say, because of our sole focus on it. And we give that research away because we want people to understand how their lives are going to change, and how their children's, grandchildren's lives are going to change, and how important it is for all of us to get on the right side of change. The compression in our performance, what we do during periods like this is we concentrate our holdings towards our highest conviction names. So we have taken our flagship strategy from 55 names down to 33 names. We did the same thing during COVID, but that was just a 1 month worth of pain, and it was awfully painful over a month. And from the lows in COVID, we moved up in the span of less than a year by 360%. So that was probably ahead of its time. We've corrected tremendously.
Cathie Wood has right now only explained her investment strategies and about other financial markets, skipping crypto. So let's talk about what is happening around cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin before moving further to ask her more questions. As per the latest weekend report from Glassnode, the BTC miners were selling at a rate of 9k BTC per month at the start of last month. The relevant indicator here is the miner net position change, which measures the total net amount of Bitcoin being withdrawn or deposited by the miners over the last 30 days into or out of their wallets. On the other hand, the indicator has a negative value, implies this cohort's wallets have lost a net number of coins recently. Since miners usually withdraw their BTC for selling purposes, this kind of trend can be bearish for the price. Now here's a chart that shows the trend in the Bitcoin miner net position change over the past couple of years. As you can see in the graph shown, the Bitcoin miner net position change has had a deeply negative value for quite a while now. This suggests the cohort has been in a dumping phase during recent weeks. Furthermore, there is another piece of news for crypto lovers amid the growing fraud in the crypto sector. The multinational financial service organization Mastercard has unveiled a new feature to prevent and detect crypto-related fraud operations within its network. Cryptocurrency's broad adoption by the mainstream has pushed global business platforms to include it, but unfortunately, it also opened a way for fraudsters and cybercriminals to loot people's hard-earned money in crypto. The worth of cryptocurrencies that moved to criminals' wallets addresses spiked into a whopping $14 billion in the last year, according to Chainalysis. The new initiative will manipulate data gathered from blockchain and public transaction records, among other sources, to assist the risk of criminal activity on crypto exchanges linked with Mastercard network. Currently, around 2,400 exchanges have partnered with the giant financial firm. And all of this is an outstanding development for the crypto sector, as the secure tool will set the way for Mastercard's partner companies to meet the regulatory requirement amidst the growing frauds in crypto. Now, as we have explained everything around crypto and Bitcoin happening in the market, let's ask Cathie, what is your top holdings? And Cathie, you have talked about all the other sectors, but you didn't talk about Bitcoin or crypto, even though you're very fond of them. So can you tell us about what is your Bitcoin prediction, and are you planning to invest more money in it too?
Sure. Well, I'll start with Zoom. It's a fascinating stock. Many people call it a stay-at-home stock because, of course, it did so much to help us transition through COVID. So to give you a sense of the drama here, Zoom's revenues are up 7-fold since 2019, before the COVID. So there was roughly $600 million in revenue, and now we're up to 4.4 billion, we think, for this fiscal year. We are very positive in Bitcoin. We have in our Big Ideas 2022, which you can find on our website, we have a price target in 2030 of $1.3 million. It's only 21,000 now, and we can show you the building blocks, how we get there.
This is a pretty huge prediction from Cathie Wood of ARK Invest, but don't worry, this isn't unrealistic, as many other millionaires and analysts believe it too. So that was all about today's video and Cathie Wood's Bitcoin prediction and analysis of financial markets. What do you guys think of all this? And now, if you liked the video and found it helpful, then give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like it. Thank you for watching Crypto Money Talk. See you later in the following video. Until then, goodbye.